Hi guys, this is Roy with Ashley's at Large. Just wanted to bring you a short video today kind of showing a simplified hookup procedure for your RV. It was one of the confusion factors I had when I first started, so I want to show you a couple of things that I have learned over the past 3 months. So basically when you're hooking up your RV, obviously you have an electrical box. This particular box has two connectors, one for that RV and one for my RV. So what you want to do is you got these two breakers. You want to make sure that your breaker is on and you don't mess with that breaker because that feeds the other RV. Go off. Now the thing that you want to do on some boxes, they will have a 50 amp breaker and a 30 amp breaker. So depending on how your RV is wired, usually with two air conditioners on top, you'll be using 50 amp. With one air conditioner on top, it's 30 amp. So that's kind of how you can tell, real simple. Now, so you connect and then you throw on your power, your switch, and you will have power to your RV. The other thing is a lot of people asked about is different connectors. So this is the 30 amp connector, and that's what's plugged into right here. But you know, I got an adapter from Walmart. It's about $6 maybe, and this adapter allows me to convert the 30 amp to 110. So I can actually, if I'm on the road or at the house, I can just plug in. I can't run my air conditioner and stuff. I can a little bit, just depending on which will flip the breaker. However, but I can use 110. I can open my slide with it, charge my batteries, those type of things. So that then would plug into the end of this, and that's got a whole adapter, and that would connect you to the 110. So that's how that works. So let's go over here. And by the way, when you connect, make sure you cover your box because you don't want water and stuff from rain getting into your electrical box. Over here is your water connector. Most people use a white hose. You notice this folks have a white hose and I have a white hose. That shows us that it is your fresh water source. So with that, you can then hook into your RV, turn your water on. I always let this run for a little bit before I hook into it because you get to different parts. Some of these haven't been used for a while and you'll have a lot of discolored water and stuff coming up. So turn this on, let it run for a minute, and then turn it off and hook up. I'm going to come over to this way and you'll have for me, this is where my fresh water goes in, and I've got this L-shaped pressure adapter. What this does is keep that water pressure coming from that connector over here at a certain pressure going into my RV. You go to some RV parks, they will have a high pressure water output, and it might be enough to actually pop one of your water runs in your RV. So these are also available at Walmart, and they're very cheap. I suggest you get one of those just to stay safe. Now when I'm on the road and I want to boondock some, I have a place right here that I can hook up my water hose and I can fill up my holding tank, and if I'm off down the road or whatever, then I can actually then just pull over, turn on my inside water pump, and that will pump water out my faucets and stuff. So two sources here, and then also your holding tank. Underneath here is your sewer connector. I hear them called all different types of things. Some people use gloves and stuff when they do the different connections. I don't. You spill it on you one time, you know then that you'll never get it spilt on you again. So just to show you the difference though, some of them call them the black and the gray tanks. I was always a little confused with that. The big one is your black tank. If you want to know what that means, it's simply that's where your poop comes out of. The little one is your gray tank. The little one here. The gray one is where all your sink water, shower water, and that type of thing goes. So most people will turn off, push in their sewer, and that will cut it off, and that black tank will hold that until it gets full, and then they will flush it. They turn it off here to keep the fumes backed off from the sewer into the house, and also sometimes there's actually bugs down in there and they will come up that pipe right into your RV. So you want to make sure that you so your holding tank for your sink water and stuff, I leave open. That constantly is cleaning out this pipe. But before I unhook, the day before I unhook, I've got a planned departure date or whatever, I will close this off and let my holding tank fill up with fresh water, or the water from the sink and tub, and then I will drain my black, and after it drains, I will open this up and let that holding tank, the white, the gray, wash out my sewer pipe. Now when I take all this off, I will take a water hose. I don't use my white when I have a yellow one. I will take my regular water hose and wash all this off and clean it off so that it works fine. So that's kind of how that works. Just a couple of quick things like that. Hope that ends some confusion. The last thing I wanted to show you quickly was about your sewer connection. This is where your sewer comes in. It screws and locks down. A lot of people put a rock on top of it if it's level with the ground, different things like that. This particular one is painted red. In this park here, we also have the white ones that stick up. But those are just clean outs. So what they do, they paint these red so people will know that this is actually their sewer and hook into here.